We are live on the Squared Circle. It is the Toy Man Chris Hill, along with Jay Kirby, back once again for more APW excitement. We got to make it exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, Chris, we're coming off the 4th of July. We had plenty of fireworks, and then Saturday night was Advanced Warfare, and we had explosions for certain, especially all over me, because everything hurts right now.
Everything.
I hope Ocho is just as uncomfortable because I am still sore. Damn, what a match. What a fight. Ocho, run it back anytime you want to, fam.
He definitely, or you definitely took it to him. Gave him a run for his money, but ultimately he did come out on top. We'll get more into that, but had some words for Levi Lucas as well.
That he did. There's a lot of stuff, Chris Hill, that happened Saturday that has shaken the literal foundation of APW. Titles have changed hands. Divisions are being tossed and turned around. New number one contender, maybe. Teams disbanding. So much has happened, and it's only been 6 days.
Yeah,
6 days. Crazy.
The aftermath is definitely there, and we will be talking about our next show, Retribution, coming up. But first, let's jump into all the action from this past Saturday. We were at Advanced Fitness Center in Keene, Texas, home of the Advanced Pro Wrestling Training Grounds. I know they're there right now, practicing.
Working hard
during my show. I don't know about that. There's.
Thank you, Ty.
Ty's happy.
No, so without patting myself on the back here, no, Advanced Fitness Center with APW Training Grounds. They are working right now. They are checked in. They're working on their craft. They are trying to get to where we were Saturday. They're trying to get their feet in the ring. We've got some excellent kids there, some real talented folk that show so much promise, and I'm looking forward to locking up with each and every one of them.
There's
sometime down the road.
The thing that I'm liking best about having this is that it is going to bring new talent into this. I'm looking at 2026 thinking, okay, are we going to have more shows to feature everybody? Are we going to have longer shows? I don't think longer shows. I don't like the really long shows, but maybe more shows, student shows. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
I'm down for whatever.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it.
Thank you, Angela. I know at least somebody likes my shirts. All right. So starting off the night, we did have Ocho Camacho taking on the one and only Jay Kirby. It was a battle of the big men.
That it was, Chris. That it was. Oh man, I was definitely feeling it the next day. And the day after, and the day after. Listen, there's no way to sugarcoat this. This was two big old boys slamming into each other, hitting each other with everything we had, or at least I was hitting him with everything I had. I hope that was everything he had.
Might have been holding back a little bit.
Boy, I hope not. But if that's him holding back, good luck, Levi.
Yeah,
but. Me and all jokes aside, me and Ocho, we went toe to toe, fucking hit for hit, and I cannot sit here and tell you just how much I respect Ocho, how much this match meant to me to get to lock horns with him and kind of show that I'm in a conversation with guys like him and with guys like Jason Bruce. However, that being said, the man won. Fair, clean, straight to the point. All there was to it. Hit me harder than I could hit him. I couldn't get out of that ring of fire, man. I'd been watching tapes. I had been paying attention to old matches, trying to find that secret. Couldn't get my way out. He locked it in, and as much as I fought and kicked and tried to struggle, couldn't escape. Ocho wins via submission, and then has words for our heavyweight champion.
Yeah, he called out Levi Lucas, saying, "Why are you hiding from me? Why
Why you ducking me, man?
why have you not accepted my challenge?" And yeah, so Amber knows Ocho definitely. So there's
Still saying Ocho took it easy.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Amber. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that tie as well.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Our second match of the night was the American Viking Xander Slade defending his title against that guy, Red Chambers. I had Big J sitting in with commentary with me, and Jay was a bit. He was very forthcoming and very supportive of Red. Great match from these two. Probably the best I've seen from the two of them.
Absolutely.
Going into this, Red Chambers had never beat Xander, and
well, funny story about that, Chris Hill. Funny story about that. But no, to once again cover what you just said, Big J, not this one, the other one, on the mic at ringside with you, much like he was at Cinco de Mayo, giving his insights. I can only imagine that he had good points to bring up about both men, especially having such history with Red. Fantastic match, these two. They went out and they put it on the line. I keep saying it. I will repeat it until the cows come home. North Texas title. That is our workhorse gatekeeper belt. That is the title that you win to prove that you can, you can carry a show, you can carry a company. That's the belt to say, hey, pay attention because I'm going to be doing big things.
Yeah.
And these two fought tooth and nail to prove that. And I think they very much succeeded. Unfortunately, for someone that I'm cool with, that I would consider friends with, that I'd even have a meet with, Xander Slade, just like you said, has never lost to Red Chambers except this one time.
And again, Xander coming up short, and it echoes back to me. We'll get into the next part, but it echoes back to me something that happened a couple of shows ago. I never played this on here, but it was played at the show. But it rang in my head when it happened. So, but I'll play this real quick.
What you got?
Hey, Xander. The hell do you want? Oh, I just say congratulations on the title, man. I see you got the title back. Congratulations. That's all. Just want to give you congratulations and tell you, we all know it's easy to win them. Hard thing is hanging on to them. You had a problem with hanging on the belts, but you're doing good. If you need any help how to hold on to them, just give me a call. You got the number.
He does have a hard time hanging on to him.
Of course, you know what? Nope. Not gonna go there. Not gonna say anything rude about Rock. This ain't the time. I'll save that for later. But he has a point. Xander in the past has had trouble hanging on to belts long term. He's had He had 3 challengers beforehand. One of those challenges, he didn't technically win. He went to the draw.
This was the third. So yeah.
This was 3. Yeah. Okay.
You had
so
the
he had
draw,
the draw.
you had to
He had
win.
the success. There's only one outcome left. So, and once again, I'm friends with Xander. We're really cool. We're really tight. We talked after the show. It sucks that he lost, but I gotta give respect to Red, who he was just the better man. Looked though, anything can happen, and if it's just the one time, 9 out of 10 times Xander wins, but that 10th time,
and then it comes out, Mikey B comes out afterwards to congratulate Red, but then
congrats is a strong word.
Well,
he used the word congratulations.
He did use the word congratulations. He then said that Big J was a traitor for not giving him the title, and that's why he's unemployed. Big J is no longer in Mikey B's employment.
Yep.
And said Red Chambers needed to do the right thing and just hand over the title to him, which Big J did not take kindly to. And
negative.
Well, Red didn't take kindly to it either, but Big J got up in the ring and just said, we had enough of Mikey, and challenged him to
they had a
Trinity Championship Wrestling having their first show this Saturday.
That's looking like a great card, by the way. Not to divert the story here, but TCW looking like a great card this Saturday. Don't miss out.
If you do, there's enough going on TV. Who knows? But
there is a lot of wrestling this week. If you are a wrestling fan, you better be watching something this weekend. Okay, there's so much
TV, indies everywhere. But
so much.
Anyway, Mikey B or Big J challenged Mikey B to a match, saying the loser leaves APW.
Yep. Listen, as someone who's put that money down before, it's a bold strategy, Chris Hill, and it is one of the most, like I said, I've wrestled a loser leaves town match twice.
Mm-hmm.
There is no, and I've wrestled for titles before. There is no pressure like a loser leaves town match, because that is your well-being.
We'll get to Haas. We'll get to Haas.
Yes, we'll get there. We promise. Everyone knows we bring the guests on at 8. Just be patient. We promise. But that being said, there's no pressure like possibly losing your livelihood, losing your chance to be on a show. And these two they agreed to the terms. I don't know if I looked at any kind of like bylaws or any kind of contract for it, but a man's word and all that good noise.
And again, I don't know if this was board sanctioned or not. I mean, it was Big J's not even under contract with APW, but he was allowed to wrestle, and so it'll be interesting to see what all comes of that.
Interesting is the word, Chris Hill. That's the understatement of tonight.
But let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back and run through the rest of these matches.
Are you ready to start your fitness journey today, but don't want to deal with the hassle of big, overcrowded franchise gyms, or tired of waiting on gym equipment? Then head down to AFC Advanced Fitness Center in Keene, Texas, where we're locally owned and operated. That's 2221 FM 2280 Keene, Texas, where we offer several different memberships starting out at $23.99. We also offer 24-hour memberships and also tanning. Don't forget to call us and ask us about our first responder discounts and our educator discounts and also veteran discounts. Call us at 817-506-0003. That's 817-506-0003. Call us today and let's get healthy together.
Looking for unbeatable daily deals on the hottest vapes and treats? Head to Vapor Labs. Discover amazing sales on Geek Bars, Core Infinity Vapes, and a variety of delicious gummy treats. Find us at 1301 West Henderson Street, Suite 1, Cleburne, Texas, right between World Gym and Bright Dental. Don't miss out on your next great deal at Vapor Labs, your one-stop shop for all things vape and more.
Are you enjoying watching full episodes of Advanced Pro Wrestling on the DC Network? Well, why not catch a live show? Advanced Pro Wrestling is bringing action throughout the year in Johnson County. Catch one of our shows live in Cleveland or Alvarado, Texas. But what are you waiting for? Visit advancedprowrestling.com and get your tickets today for the next live show and come be a part of the APW experience.
Our next live show will be July.
July, Chris Hill.
26th.
You've got this. July 26th. That's
In
2 weeks away.
Alvarado. Yes.
Not next Saturday, the following Saturday.
Following Saturday. Okay, so back into it. Match 3, we had Alec Woolsdale taking on Devion Black. Absolute crazy match for sure. Devion, okay, as much as I do not like the man personally,
Go ahead, Chris Hill, say it.
He's got incredible feats. I mean, I thought he had Woolsdale. I really did.
Trust me, I was watching the monitors in the back very, very close on this one. I was worried for Woolsdale. I was worried that we were going to have and all respect to Alec, love you, buddy. I thought this was going to be a flash in the pan kind of title reign. I thought it was going to be like, cool, he won, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Man, what a match. These two killed it. This is what the Cruiserweight Championship is about at APW. The most athletic, the up and comers, the younger guys. I can say it. The younger guys competing at speeds that some of us can't go. And boy, these two went to steal someone else's shtick. All gas, no brakes.
King Outlaw was sitting in for commentary with me by this point, and he was saying, "Yeah, neither one of these guys are really high flyers." And then they started flying all over the place. There was speed, there was flying. It was just
like a kung fu movie.
Yeah, but Woolsdale did pull it off, and remained champion. Not sure how he did it, but he did.
Everyone, especially Devion, everyone discounts Alec.
Yeah,
because he's not big. He's one of the smaller of our cruiserweight division. He's not, one of these, walks around at 210 and then drops down to 205 for matches. He's walking around at like maybe 175, 180. And so he's kind of an underdog even in a smaller division, but he's tenacious little bastard, and he is not easy to put down. So it's going to be hard to win that title off of him. So I'm proud of him. He did a great job. Both of these gentlemen absolutely killed it. I want to see him run it back.
Yeah,
I want to see the rematch.
Then we did have the moment of truth. It was Mikey B taking on Big J in almost, it ended up being like a last man standing match.
This was brutal.
Build out to the outdoors, which normally when stuff goes outdoors, you can't see what's happening. But there you have the big windows. You could see everything that was happening out in the parking lot. Slamming up against the window, Mikey slammed Big J in the door. It was insanity. Referee Stone just lost all control. Didn't.
I mean, he could have counted them both out, but he gave them that leeway to get this it felt like a blood feud.
Yeah.
It truly did. These two,
and they were friends.
That's the thing. I was about to say they hate each other. I don't know if they do.
Yeah.
I really don't. And that's the thing about this match that meant so much. Is
Big
I
J
don't
told
think,
me that he does not hate Mikey. He just wants his friend back, and Mikey's just become the ego on him, and it just kind of.
I don't think Mikey truly hates Jay either. I think yes, he's egotistical. Yes, he's very full of himself all the time. Like, how do you interrupt someone else's championship celebration?
Yeah.
But there was so much emotion in this match, so much just so much vitriol between two friends. And that's the crazy part about this. And if that's what they do to friends, imagine what they do to enemies.
Mm-hmm.
But the defiance of Big J taking move after move after move and just not staying down. Mikey hitting everything he had in his playbook and then some, just for Big J to pull out a enormous, I mean, that thing echoed into the back.
Yeah.
Enormous spinning side slam. Enormous slam. 1, 2, 3. Big J wins. And
he didn't celebrate it. He did not celebrate it. It was more of it hurt him.
It was, for him, at least from what I saw, it looked like relief. Relief that he didn't lose. It wasn't him celebrating that he won. It was him celebrating that he didn't lose.
Yeah.
And just kind of a shocking moment of Mikey B hanging off into the sunset.
Red came out. They helped Mikey up, and Mikey kind of pushed him away and walked off, and was nothing to do with him. It was, I guess, he was leaving. Like, he was leaving APW. We may have seen the last of Mikey B.
Man of his word. He said loser leaves town, and he packed his things almost immediately after. So
yeah. And then our main event of the night was the Posse. It was Big John G and Levi Lucas taking on Purple Haze in their debut here at APW. Absolutely fire of a team. John and Levi worked well together. It just, I don't know. I thought Purple Haze had him, though.
This match could have gone either way. It really does. Or it really could have. Just Posse had him on the ropes at one point. Purple Haze started fighting him back on the ropes, start fighting back. It teetered and tottered everywhere. It looked close. Purple Haze hit that beautiful finish. Thought it was over. Questionable tactic. Very ill-advised, I would say. But John G taking out the referee to keep the match going. Gave him and Levi the opportunity to hit a big finish with a little bit of assistance. That left bumper assist from Rock Band seems to be a go-to move for the Posse.
Mm-hmm.
But you almost can't argue the results. Almost
can't.
Posse retains the tag team titles after what could arguably be, and this is coming from someone that is trying to put his, ticket in for this vote, could have been the match of the night.
So Posse winning, Levi grabbing the microphone and basically calling out.
I was going to say, that is not the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't end with our main event. It ended with Levi trying to accept Ocho's challenge.
But Rock took the mic from him and said, no, you're not. Don't do it. Don't do it. And it caused friction. Levi was pushing up against Rock. John got involved and had Levi up, and Ocho comes in for the save.
Oh, no. You skipped the best part, Chris Hill. Don't you dare. Don't you dare skip over the best part. Levi Lucas standing up for himself to Rock Band and slapping the taste out of that man's mouth, as he is not going to be told who he will and will not defend his title against. And then, unfortunately, the rest of the Posse took that insult not so well. Big John, Rock start jumping him. Here comes Ocho with a chair, which is a terrifying image.
Yeah.
Ocho's already dangerous. Then you gave him a weapon. So Posse runs for the hills. Ocho, helping Levi up, said basically, and I quote, wasn't here. That's nice. Said, I wasn't here to help you. I'm not your friend. I'm making sure that my shot is secured. He was not going to take any excuses for, Levi's hurt because the posse attacked him. He needs to be suspended. Hey, we agree. I would 100% agree with you, TCW. But he said,
watch out. He's coming to your organization too. You might want to watch out for that, man. That's
good. First show hasn't even happened. Big John suspended from TCW. But Ocho laying out the challenge. It's remind me here, Chris Hill. August he threw it out.
It will be the August 23rd, I believe, is the right date.
I believe you're correct. August 23rd.
Yeah.
Threw out the challenge for August. Sounds like Levi accepted. I say, now granted, I don't make any of their decisions, but I say we get the board on this immediately and get a heavyweight title bout booked for August, because these two, they are ready to go. They're ready to tear it up for this heavyweight championship, as they should be.
So, but that did it for Advanced Warfare at Advanced Fitness Center. But we've got another big show coming up, and I see our guest is in the wings. Let's take our commercial break, and we'll be back with the one and only Haas Holding. I know you've all been waiting for it. So we'll make you wait another 2 minutes. And actually, it's only a minute 27 seconds. So how about we'll be right back.
Hello from Stitches, Clings, and Things, where we offer custom t-shirts for personal wear or business apparel. We even offer vehicle decals and even custom crochet items like beanies, blankets, coasters, and more. Please contact through our social media platform on Facebook or call us at 817-666-8027 and even email us at stitchesclingsandthings@outlook.com.
Hi, welcome to Henson Photography. We do all kinds of photos. Sports photos, family photos, and shows like APW. We have done rodeos, volleyball, basketball, cheerleading, color guard, promos, and many more. Henson Photography is family owned and ran. So come check us out on Facebook at Henson Photography, and we will see you at the next show.
Do you want to advertise your local business to a wider audience? Well, why not advertise with Johnson County's best pro wrestling promotion? Have your business showcased on Roku TV through the DC Network throughout episodes of Advanced Pro Wrestling, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and also through the Squared Circle podcast. For inquiries, please email advertisewithapw@gmail.com.
All right. We will be back with more action to APW in 2 weeks. It will be Retribution. And this man, our guest tonight, will be in attendance.
Yes.
And, I know he's got words for us and or announcements for us. Well, we'll just bring on Haas and just let him go. Welcome,
there
sir.
he is.
Got the buttermilk ready to go, huh?
Cheers, being back. Cheers to some buttermilk. How about that?
Cheers.
Welcome, Haas. Thanks for joining us tonight. We really do appreciate it.
For having me. I hope that I'm out here on my flight deck tonight, so I've got one of my things propped up, so it's blocking the wind on the phone. So I hope people can hear okay.
It's coming in fine. Yep.
Sounding good.
but I wasn't going to move. I'm holding. That's effort.
Well, Haas, you've taken some time off.
did.
Little bit of a surgery and some issues.
No. So, and you guys, everybody, I think I know here, I guess it's been a couple of years that I had prostate issues and it turned into prostate cancer, and I had it medicated and was checking it, every 6 months by their instruction. I would go in and they do imaging of it, and so he came to me and says, "Hey, man, there's some lesions growing, and plus, couldn't use the bathroom. It was enlarged, and it was in a bad way." So they said, "Hey, man, it's time." So they then that was like in November, and so I went through a bad deal with the company that I built down here, and I'm not going that, but it cost me my insurance, and a whole lot of bad things happened. But I got surgery on January the 3rd. They removed my prostate, and what they use laser procedure, and it's not a pleasant thing. And I mean, they run it up your old tallywhacker, the holes in the camera, and jet it out basically. And so things like that put you, but that wasn't even the worst part of that situation. So I'm in the recovery room, right? And so me and my beautiful wife are in there. About 2 hours now went by, and I still got that deadgum old what do you call it? Decaffeinator or catheter.
Catheter, yeah.
Catheter.
Anyway, so there's a nurse came in. She's a big gal, and she goes, "How are you feeling?" And I said, "Well, I'd feel better if you get this decaffeinator thing out." And, "Oh, it's not out yet? I'll get it." Well, the reason why they didn't pull it out is because I guess when it goes in and they got a balloon on the end of it, it blows up, so it stays in place. Well, they couldn't deflate the balloon. So next thing you know, this lady, I mean, basically, I'm holding on to the rail. My wife's eyes are wide open, flush to the whole world. Hilga's pulling this thing out, and it's feeling like pulling out a shot put. So that was probably the worst thing that
happened. Oh man.
And then then the healing part of it, just getting well from the surgery. The disappointing thing of it is that I had 2 clears on it, and then I went to the doctor here to get my final clearance. Like, hey man, because I still got some medical stuff that I'm not going to go into, but because then people just key on it. I've learned that. So, but they said that the blood work came in. We need to test you. That it looks like the cancer has come back. So, with the blood counts and the PSA, when they remove your prostate, you shouldn't have a PSA. Well, mine's over 2 again now. When they remove your prostate, they're going to they're supposed to put you on some type of a testosterone thing. Well, my testosterone shot, it's up almost 1,000 points now. So, and that's with nothing. I take blood pressure medicine. I don't and drink buttermilk, and that's about it. So I'll go for imaging August the 1st, August the 2nd. They're going to do this whole scan, and then we'll figure it out. But hey, it is what it is. You know what? We're going to get through whatever we got to get through it. I've got a lot of big plans coming in wrestling. I feel like that setting back, there was a part of it that, I didn't know I was going to come back or not there for a few months. I felt like that what I did was good, but I just didn't feel like it was enough. Yeah, I didn't finish my story, I guess, so to speak. And I'm not copying off Cody.
Got Mr. Bannon calling in real quick. Let's listen to. Hello, Mr. Bannon. How are you?
Who's this?
I am great. Well, it's good to see Grandpa Hoss on there. Grandpa Hoss Holden. I'm glad you're upright and walking around. But I have an issue. issue is the fact that you're coming to town to APW issuing an open challenge on a show that none of the posse is going to be at. You must be running scared from the posse already.
Posse. You know, the only thing I'll run from today is pretty women because I'm happily married. I promise you, I don't run from a fight.
Well, I tell you what, Grandpa, you know what? We might be able to find a place for you in the posse. We need an old man to walk around.
But they already got you, Rock. You're
I'm not near as old as Grandpa over the Grandpa time.
You know who you're calling Grandpa? Father Time.
So
you got to get it right. It's the sweet granddaddy of professional wrestling.
What that man said.
Well, I tell you, I do see that you showed up on a show with an open challenge that none of my monsters are going to be at. But that's okay, because you know what? I'm going to take time out of my busy day. I'm going to be at that show just so I can shake your hand and tell you congratulations.
Okay. Hey, we can start there. I'm all about friendship and kindness first, but hey, I do one thing, and that's romping and stomping when it don't go the way that we feel like it's got to go too. So, hey, I'm always about friendship and kindness first. I'm walking to y'all's house, open challenge. I'll be there. I know the Maypearl posse's all gathering up. I got folks coming from Fort Worth. You know, the sweet granddaddy's going to have the Buttermilk Nation in tow when we're in Alvarado, baby.
Well, just remember, you're going to be at the house the house that Rock built. Y'all have a good day. Goodbye, because Rock is over.
What was that about? Good to be. Hey, man, congratulations. So maybe he wants to congratulate me and say, "Hey, from one grandpa to the other," right?
Yeah,
hey,
maybe so.
There
you know,
there's
nothing. There's nothing that we can never stop Rock Bannon. I mean, that's
hey, that's okay. Well, it's good. I just add something to it, so I know it's going to be a big night. I like the open challenges because I know there's a whole lot of people. I saw a lot of the guys on the card. There's a lot of them that want it. Everybody where I go, man, we want you one time before you're done. I get that wherever I go, and I'm sure there's probably a few guys lined up there that probably either wants to really whip me or wants the opportunity to wrestle or whatever, But hey, we're gonna be there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I promise you, we're gonna.
There are many on the card and many that are in APW that are not. So you never know who's going to show up and accept that.
Folks that showed up, and I know, I was able to actually make my return for Dog Pound this past weekend, and I've got a young man in my life. His name is Rogan, and his mom and dad might be listening. I know that we've become very close, and we did me and Rodney and Jazz, Dog Pound, and all the guys. We did a fundraiser this weekend for him, and raised about $2,500 or so. And it's not so much of money, but we gave the kid so many memories that he's going to live. And I know he's getting ready to go back for more radiation up in Austin, and he is the toughest kid that I know. You talking about a superhero? If anybody wants to follow Rogan, go to my Facebook and look for Matt Glover and follow Rogan. I mean, Team Rogan is just he's an amazing young man, and I'm so glad that I'm in his life right now. We're going to be doing something again in October for them, and and that's the main thing I like about wrestling and what it's allowed me to do. Like I say, I've got a unique story. Nobody in wrestling has ever started at 57 that I know of. I've put it out. Whatever I get to say, nope, ain't nobody ever started at 57. Overcome a little mini stroke. I come over, fighting this prostate cancer crap and whatever kind of cancer is trying to get me now, whatever. But the wrestling, when you talk about wrestling to save somebody's life, you got to understand, before I did this, I weighed 370 pounds. I couldn't run 6 feet. So wrestling, I think, really has saved my life. But, it also given me the opportunity, even bigger than that, do good things, because I do got a story. And sometimes, and I will never be a megastar in this business, and I get it, that's not my goal. My goal is to bring as many positive things as I can to any community I come to, and that's what I like doing. If it's for the YMCA or for the women's shelter, and now Rogan. I mean, that's really my story, and it's not. I want to be a rah me. This is it's a vehicle. Wrestling has provided me a vehicle to reach out. It's something I love to do. Even when I built my companies and the sponsorships and the things that you do in the community, and that's. I kind of think that's what we're here for, and trust me, it always don't work out right. You can't always do things, and sometimes you do things wrong. But if a fella says he's never done nothing wrong, fella ain't never done nothing.
Yeah.
So anyway, but that's what wrestling. So yeah. But it was really good to get back in the ring. I was rusty, as Rodney said it would be. I've got to work hard. I do got a wrestling ring set up in my driveway now. And, I get my wrestling cardio in there. But life has been crazy with this doctor stuff, too. And, I admit sometimes you get on, you think about what you're fighting. And, me, I want to wrestle forever. I don't ever want it to end. And I see these young guys in their 20s and even 30s. And I'm going, man, guys, you got it all in front of you. Take care of yourself, man. Enjoy this right comes, and because man, it's you get 63 real quick, it gets frustrating. So that's why when I go to any show, that's why I try, community. I get on the community chat boards. Are they doing any, bring some dog food to the shelter or whatever, I've met so many cool people this way. I know I go to Spring Hill, Louisiana in October, and I've really got a special bond with those fans there, man. I'm so excited to get back. They were so supportive, through my surgery and stuff. I got so many messages from them, and that was really cool. So, wrestling, it's more than just what we do in the ring. It's just so much outside the ring that we can do as well. And we got so many guys doing it. And in fact, the Sunday show, we did a big raffle for Rogan, and the guys all stepped up, T-shirts. You know what we do. And I do want to give a special shout out to Ace. And this is, I ordered me, and it'll probably be my last pair of boots that I buy, but I ordered from Ace. And he and I are, he donated a pair of boots to that cause, and all the guys signed them, and they were part of the raffle thing for Rogan. So, man, that was really a nice gesture. And, that's why, he does that a lot. I think Ace, we always know he makes a great pair of boots, and I'm not getting plugged. But the guy's kind. He's always there for the kids and stuff. He's done that a whole bunch. And we've got something together we're going to do for Rogan later on in October. So, yeah. I just wanted to get that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me take a breath. No. I get to go, boys, I talk like I ain't going to be here much longer. But
We'll give you time to take a quick breath. We're going to take a minute break, and we'll be right back with more with Haas Holding.
Let's be real. No one likes being locked into a contract or getting hit with surprise fees. At Advanced Fitness Center, we keep it simple. No contracts, no cancellation fees, and no nonsense. You pay month to month, and if life happens and you need to cancel, no problem at all. No headaches, no fine prints, just a great gym that works with your schedule and budget. So, if you're tired of the runaround from other gyms, come see what makes AFC different.
Are you enjoying watching full episodes of Advanced Pro Wrestling on the DC Network? Well, why not catch a live show? Advanced Pro Wrestling is bringing action throughout the year in Johnson County. Catch one of our shows live in Cleveland or Alvarado, Texas. But what are you waiting for? Visit advancedprowrestling.com and get your tickets today for the next live show and come be a part of the APW experience.
As we've mentioned, our next show will be Saturday, July 26th in Alvarado, Texas. It is a Retribution. It is at the regular place, the Johnson County Pioneer and Old Settlers Reunion Arena. And it will be the return of Haas Holding for APW. excited to have him. You know, I was thinking every excuse that I've given of why I'm not getting in the ring, you just said throw it out. You know? Said I'm too old. Said I'm too heavy. I'm too out of shape.
There's still hope for you, Chris Hill.
Hey, thank you, man. You know, but the whole thing too is part of it too, and the other side of that story is you think about men. You know, us guys. You know, we go through life, our families, we raise our kids, or whatever we're doing. You know, and we kind of lose focus on personal dreams. I mean, you think about it when you're 18 years old, you're ready to conquer the world. You're going to be a mom. Man, I did okay, I guess, but man, what did I do? You know, I don't know. We kind of just put our dreams aside, and it's okay that we always take care of our families, but you know, never stop dreaming. And whatever it is that maybe you gave up, you know, you don't have to sit on a rocket chair. You can get out and do other things. You know, there's a whole lot of things out there we can do to stay active, and I think it's the moving is. I just chose a physical one.
I do still have the golden ticket. I guess there's still time. We had a battle royal, and I accidentally won the golden ticket for a match of my choice later this year. And
accidentally, huh?
Everyone keeps telling me to cash it in, and I'm like, I'm not ready to get in the ring.
Well,
fine doing commentary.
Hey, I'm just saying, I got an open challenge.
Yes. So 2 matches so far this year?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I had it was a back-to-back weekend. So yeah, I wrestled a brute, Chris Morrison, the Oklahoma Strangler.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's been there or not, but he's really Rodney, and he's been going to all the seminars, and those seminars have been packing so many. They're bringing so many people on the seminar, but tryouts for the whole NWA TV stuff, and it's really great to see, and it flourishing. You know, with Anthem TV, as with APW and their TV stuff. So it's good to see wrestling getting that. But no, he hits hard, and man, we didn't wrestle. Well, we wrestled, but we really it turned into a brawl. You know, he's a brawler. I don't know. I put a few highlights on the internet about it, and you probably just saw fist fly, and that's what it was. And that's, look, that's my go-to. You know, that's I probably would hardly ever win a wrestling match, but I tell you what, I can handle myself pretty well in a barroom brawl. One thing I am tough. You know, you're gonna have to beat me, you know, and you're gonna have to beat me down, and I promise you, if anything else I've proved in this business, I am tough. I think even I wrestled for y'all 2 days after I had neck surgery, and I don't know if y'all remember that night.
Yeah.
Man, I was in so much pain that night, but I promised the people I'd be there, and we had a good following that showed up, and man, that was a hard drive home that night. But you know what? That's part of the game. You know, I mean, you're going to be back. I promise. That's like I told. I saw Mike Dell, one of my best friends in wrestling. I saw him thinking about coming back and then hurt this. I said, Mike, when you get 50%, like you're feeling good, man, you got to call that good. You got to go. You know, because at our age, you never feel 100% good again. You know, the couch and the recliners look more and more better every day. I mean, I did.
I resemble that. Yeah, no.
I'm sure that's going to get some comments. Look, stand rocking chairs. There you go. But no, we're lifting a lot of weights. We're working hard. I got the wrestling ring set in my yard. I got the best coaches in the world, you know, with Jazz and Rodney. I mean, Jazz, she's working now, you know, with the ladies at LFG. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw that. I mean, she's been in the back with the WWE. I mean, there's a lot of great things going on with the good promotions, and obviously APW is right there with it, you know, and it's good to see because we've got so much talent in Texas right now, and man, we need good places to work, you know, and the guys are cooperating, and a lot of promotions cooperating more and more these days. I know y'all do it a bunch, you know. I think Trinity and everything else. I know I'm going to be there too, so you know, I'm excited about that. So I've got history with a few people over there, so.
Yeah, Big John G's been talking a lot of trash. I don't know. There's history between the two of you.
Big John G's got a big history.
Yeah.
Me and Big John G has had some tape fist matches.
Okay.
And in fact, I'll send you some pictures. We can post them where I showed you how I left him, dazed and confused with blood pouring out of his head. And but he was a part of a group over there, and I actually finally wound up beating that whole group up and ran him out. And then I saw he resurfaced, and unfortunately, or fortunately, however he wants to look at it, that I got a feeling soon enough our paths might cross, but I don't know. I mean, hopefully that I taught him a lesson. Like I said, I don't know what he's talking. I can't see what people are yapping about in there, but I'm sure he's got the biggest yap of them all.
Oh, he's been calling you old man, saying he's beat you before pretty easy.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that time when it hit him with the cowbell. The only guy ever that the referee didn't see it. I hit him, but then the referee back's got to come out and say, "Well, we saw it in the back, and that's not how we do it." And I said, "Dude, 2 weeks ago I lost the heavyweight title. When they hit me in the head with the cowbell, was your ass then?" So
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that a couple times too. It's like,
so that's okay. But yeah, I'll give you that. But we've had some wars, and hey, I'm all about running it back. You're 63, baby. Hope you got some of that right there.
Yeah. So is there anyone that you have not faced yet that you would like to face? Anyone in mind that you've?
You know, there is a guy, and I love him to death, and I just and I say it all the time, and that's Ryan Davison. So when I ran my promotion years ago, 2000, I guess in 2009, he came in and wrestled for me several times, and back then, 2009, 2010. But we always stayed in contact, and then we've been on a few shows together. And in fact, I was at NWA New Orleans with him, and we got to like carry a coffin out or do something. But anyway, so if I could say anybody that I would love to wrestle, it's him. I know it'd be educational for me. You know, I always, you know, pretty much anybody I wrestle is better than me, so it's always an education. I never said I'm a good wrestler. You know, I'm a brawler, and if I grab a wrestling hold, then you know that's a bonus. But it's Ryan Davison that I would probably say that I really, really would love to face in the state of Texas.
All right. We definitely are looking forward to a battle. I don't know who's going to step up, who's going to take the challenge. It sounds like Rock's coming.
Well,
whether he ends up bringing one of his guys, John did volunteer saying that he was free that night. So I don't know if Rock's going to reach out to him or not. But
and I know you're probably going to get a whole lot of folks showing up. But hey, you know what? If it's Big John, if it's Rock, if you cash in the golden ticket, if it don't matter if whoever, you know, I'm not going to change what I do because I do one thing, and I'm just going to come at you and until one of us goes down, and then the better man's going to walk out. So, and that's just my style. I feel like that I've got a lot to prove and a short time to get there to finish what I want, the story I'm trying to tell. And you know, I want a title shot here at APW. You know, and you get those by wins. I just can't just show, you know, I just can't. People just think I'm just going to show up and dance. Trust me, ain't a dang gum thing changed about me from before cancer to after cancer to what I'm going through now to what I'm going through tomorrow and what I'm going to do in this wrestling business. I promise you, one way or another, I'm going to finish the story. And part of the story is going to promotions like here and winning a title. And I promise you that is my goal there. And whatever I've got to do and whoever I got to go through to get that done, that's what I'm going to do. And however I got to do it. My time is short. My story's now. So I'm going to take the bookings. I'm going to go in that wrestling ring. I'm going to swing my ass off. And I'm going to earn my title shots the way that the old school way you do it. And I'm also surprising people you watch.
We got one of our fans on here saying he wants a rematch of you and Shane Stratmore. I know you guys battled it out last time you were around for that. It was the Dog Pound for Pound Championship, bouncing around here and Rampage and even down at Dog Pound for that.
Who's that?
With Shane Stratmore.
Oh You know, I tell you what, we battled everywhere, and I didn't go to YouTube. I mean, we were at the shot bow down here, and we threw each other to the grain bins, the garage doors. He's a tough man. I don't know if he's going to be there. You know, hey, we could run it back too. That was brutal. That was really marking my stamp there in the promotion. He stepped up. I didn't know him, and hey, man, it worked, and we took that everywhere.
Yeah. So
like I say, it's and I'm sure he's at the top of the food chain wherever he's at. He's good. He's tough.
I know you got some licks in on Ian Mosley too during that time frame too. So you know,
that loud mouth right in the jaw. The only problem is I didn't hit him hard enough because he was still able. I didn't have him a straw, but I didn't catch him good.
Case he did. He's we love Haas here. That's
yeah, and I love you guys too, and I love that fan base up there. I love wrestling there. I have so many people that mean so much to me in my life that come from Maypearl and Waxahachie and Fort Worth and everywhere. Oh, they must really be going on, aren't they? I see y'all.
Ricky Davidson saying he wants to team up with you as biscuits and gravy.
No. If me and Rick can't go to biscuits and gravy, then man, the gold's gone because that's
Texas Red, Haas Holden, biscuits and gravy. Let's make it happen.
I love it. Biscuits and gravy. You know, I said I didn't have big plans in this business. You know, about how far I could climb, but she man, Rick, biscuits and gravy.
It might work.
Holy moly!
I'm ready. We got it all written out now. There.
I love it, man. Why he's done a lot, man. He's awesome, man. That was awesome. But no, I'm so excited to get back up there. Like I say, I got a bunch of folks coming, you know, and we're sure going to get up there. I've got some promos and things I'm going to be sending up, and hopefully we can get up there and pass out some flyers and meet whatever we got to do to get people there. You know, people really understand what, you know, you're bringing to, you know, to Johnson County, and that's great professional wrestling. There's a lot of folks there that really, I think, got to get the word out more to them, and you got a lot. It's a good wrestling fan base there, you know, and y'all have worked very hard to build that base, and expand it because we got to always guide our fans to good quality wrestling, because there's unfortunately still there's some out there that's not really good, and if that's their first look at it, you know, gosh dang, man, it kind of hurts it for everybody, especially guys who are doing this for a living, you know. So, but anyway, but yeah, so I'm really excited. I got a lot of time. I mean, I'm working for a couple of companies part time, doing some sales stuff and some.
I agree, Amber.
Things and all that, and I've got, but I and just got my weights and my gym and train and study and heal up. You know, I take all the time I can to get healed. So, you know, that way when it goes. So I've kind of taken this week to heal, and back to back after it was 214 days, I believe, since I wrestled. So, and my last, I was wrestled for Mr. Blakeney up there at his Christmas show. And I was in the Battle Royal, the last one. Me and Big Ivan hit, and he wound up, you know, throwing me over. So, but that was a fun night. But it's just great to be back, man. I tell you, I love this stuff so much, and like I say, especially with y'all, the fan bases. I know that we're bringing a lot of new eyes to wrestling. You know, I've known so many people that really didn't know independent wrestling existed, especially a lot of through the businesses and stuff that I've built and worked with over the years. You know, they didn't know, and I'm able to bring those folks to, you know, eyes on it. You know, it's my part of it, and I like it when they see, and I know the card's going to be great. You know, you guys always do a fantastic job with the show, and the crowds. Rick's now messaging me. He's on it. There you go. Oh, Rick, we're going to do that. We're going to find somebody. I think that we got to send out to the highest bidder, though, Rick. I think
there you go. That's one. That's one for the ages. There for
that was fun. But anyway, so we're really excited. We're going to get a lot of eyes on APW, and wherever I go, I try to work hard and do whatever I can. I always bring a different perspective to it. I understand what it's like on the other side of the business promoting. It's not easy. There's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of stress, and then you know, and finances is tough, and there's not a whole lot of money in it. But we got to have it. You know, we got to have. If we all love wrestling and want to continue to watch the kids come and watch the kids grow and develop, and man, all these kids that are developing in Texas now, man, holy moly, man, we got some good out there. You know, talent wise, they're very talented. You know, so. You know, so we got there's a lot of good wrestling right now, and we do got to have the good promotions, and you guys are sure at the top with some of the best out there for sure. And I'm always glad to be up there and be a part of it, and I'll work hard as I always do. But I'm excited. I think the fans are really going to be in a treat. We're going to shake the boogie and lay down the woogie the way that I do.
Well, it will be Saturday, July 26th, just over 2 weeks away. The return of Haas Holding to APW in Alvarado, an open challenge. We'll see who steps up. But that will do it for us for tonight. Thank you so much again for joining us, sir. Looking forward to seeing you live.
Thank you, Haas.
Perfect time. I got my my 8:30 train coming.
There you go. All right,
buddy. Thank you for having me. We'll see you soon.
All right. Have a great night. And we'll be back next week. Yeah, bring the buttermilk. There's a
right. I got this place and I love the train, and I'm gonna tell you that story the next time. I've got a great story of why I love trains.
All right. So
and it has
we will be back.
Okay,
certainly. We'll be back next week with more Squared Circle. Have a great night, everyone.